Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to make a little bit of a gun. So we're going to use raycast to calculate whether there's something blocking the path or not, and if there is, we'll see if there's a humanoid and then we can damage and all that. So this will take a little bit to do, but I'm just going to start off by getting a free model gun, just so I can use the model for it. So this system will be per tool base, so like each tool will have its own like gun and all scripts and everything for it. So yeah, don't expect like a full complete system. For this, I'm just gonna make it so it raycasts, and I'm not gonna do animations or reloading or anything like that. That would be up to you to make, because that's a little bit harder to do. For the moment, this pistol right here will do plenty. And it's already scaled, it looks like, so I just go ahead and start using this. To start off, I'm going to put a client script in here, or a local script, sorry, and I'm going to call this client if I don't delete the tool. And this client script will tell this event to fire, and then that fire will be activated on the server. So to start, we'll do local gun equals script.parent, and then local remote equals gun wait for child fire, and then we want the player game.players.local player, and we want the mouse player get mouse. That way we can get the mouse position. Next, we want to do it so when the gun is activated, we want to remote fire server mouse dot hit dot position. So we'll tell where our mouse is currently at. And that's it for the client. We'll go straight to the server now. Script. So this will be the server, and what we want to do is get the gun. We want to get the handle, and we want to get the remote event. We don't need anything else apart from these. So let's start by doing the we need a debounce, of course. I forgot that one. We want it so when the fire event is triggered on the server, like so. We want the player, and then we want the mouse position. And then we want a couple more things below here. So we'll need the no, that's fine for the moment. What we need to do is calculate the array. So we need to do it so it will go towards the where the mouse position is. So to do that, we'll make a new C-frame, local point or actually direction C-frame. We'll do the handle.position. So C-frame.new handle.position to the mouse position, so that way we can get the look vector for this. And then local direction vector equals direction C-frame dot look vector, so that way we can get the direction that we're shooting towards. And then local shoot array equals array dot new. So we're creating a new array. It will be at the handles position, and then we want it to go to the direction vector times by 50. So it will travel 50 sods in the mouse position's direction. Then we want the local hit and position to be workspace find first child on ray with ignore list. We want the ray to be the shoot ray, and we want a table with the gun.parent in it. So the gun's parent would be a character, so we want to ignore that character when we shoot. And then we want to check if there's a hit. So if hit and position, then you can do it like that if you want. We want to check if there is a humanoid in the parent. Before we do that though, we want to make sure we actually add the debounce. So if debounce equals false, wait 0.1, debounce equals true, and then we can come back up here. So if hit and position, then local humanoid equals hit.parent find first child of class So we'll look for the humanoid class. Whoops. Class humanoid. If humanoid, then and if there's a humanoid, we want to take damage. So we'll take damage 20. And that's pretty much just a basic pistol. If you do want to see what the path would look like, you can set it up so the server will tell the client what's the starting and ending position. So, for example, if I were to go down here and I do fire event, fire client, the player, and then I have the position, or position. So if hit and position there. So do the damage and then tell the client where something was hit. Then we can just do remote.on client event connect function. We got the end point here. So if endpoint, then actually you don't need that. If endpoint, and then we want to create the attachment and all of that. So local terrain equals workspace, wait for child terrain, and then we can create the attachments inside the terrain. Attachment equals instance.new attachment. Attachment.position equals gun. So we actually want the handle in the gun, so local handle equals gun, wait for child handle. Dot position equals handle dot position. Make sure that's world position. And then attachment dot parent equals terrain. Might be attachment start, so attachment S. Local attachment E is ending attachment, so we'll have that. And then the world position for that would be the endpoint. And then we can just create like a beam or whatever to show that. So local beam equals instance.new beam. Beam.attachment 0 equals attachment start. Beam.attachment 1 equals attachment end, so the starting and ending of the beam. Beam.width 0 equals 0.1. Beam.width 1 equals 0.1, so the starting and ending width. Beam.face camera equals true, otherwise it'll look a little bit weird. And light influence 0, so it doesn't change color. And this is up to you, but if you do want like color or whatever, you can change that using beam.color equals color sequence.new, and then the different colors that you want in it. So like color 3.new, let's just go 100 to 010 and then 001. So fade between red, green and blue. And then I want to add this to debris, so after a bit they will be destroyed. So local debris equals game get service debris, and then debris add item attachment start 2 seconds, and then we can do that with the rest. So attachment E and beam, and that's how you display the path. So now if we take this handgun and put it inside the starter pack and test it, let's see what it does. If I shoot, nothing happens, it doesn't look like. That's because I think there's no humanoid. We can have a look though by checking inside the terrain. It doesn't look like I set the beam's parent actually. Let me try that again. Beam.parent equals terrain. And then if we try this again, we should see it. Just like that, yep, there we go. So we can see where it's going, and if I click way out here, it doesn't work because it's too far. And then if we get a dummy and shoot the dummy, it should deal damage to that. And since you have the position, you can add explosions and all of that at the position of the mouse if you want. So at the moment it does work, and I will show you how to do the explosion. So right here we have the position. So I do is local explode equals instance.new explosion. I'm actually going to make this a function. Let's do new explosion at the position. That way I can remove it whenever I want. So function new explosion at the position, local explode equals instance dot new explosion explode dot position equals position explode dot destroy joint radius. I'll just set this to 0. Explosion dot visible equals true, and explosion dot parent equals terrain. And we'll make local terrain equals workspace wait for child terrain. And then we also want debris, so we can remove the explosion once it's done. So local debris equals game get service debris. Debris add item explode, and I'll add it for 2 seconds. There we go. So when it hits something, it will explode, and we can test this now. So if I shoot this wall, it explodes. I can blow. Well, when you turn off that joint destroy radius, it will no longer kill things. So now I can do that. If I do enable that destroy joint radius, though, it will probably kill me. So if we just try it again, like this, boom, it will explode them, and you can explode yourself. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. This was just making a simple gun with Raycast. Let me know if you have any more suggestions in the comments.